Start with the greatest name of Allah, who is the most merciful and beneficent. In today's lecture, we are going to solve numericals. Numericals are present in class 10 physics book. 108 page, unit number 14, electrostatics. We are going to solve numericals. First of all, I am going to solve numerical number 1, which is written on the board, and you can see also the book. My lecture will support the book, and the book will support to understand my lectures. So what I write, note it. What is the electric force of repulsion between two electrons at the distance of 1 meter? What this statement is telling you? The statement is telling that there are two electrons. You know that if there are two electrons, there will be the force. The force will be attractive or repulsive. Because the charges are similar, that's why the force will be repulsive. You know that electrostatic force is also attractive as well as repulsive. Attractive force when the charges are dissimilar. Repulsive force when the charges are similar. So electron and electron, these are similar charges, that's why they repel each other. So we have to find that what is the repulsive force? What is the amount of repulsive force? How much they exert the force on each other that they repel each other. So first of all, we are going to write data. What is the data? There are two electrons, charge 1 and charge 2. There are two charges, both charges are electron, and you already know that 1 electron is equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. What is the meaning of that? That means 1 electron has the 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb charge. 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This is the charge of electron, and now here is distance 1 meter. R means distance, the distance between two charges, and coulomb's constant 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. And what is the force? We have to find the electric force. The force is repulsive in nature. The electrostatic force is also attractive as well as repulsive. Remember this point. But the gravitational force is only attractive, and the magnetic force is also attractive and repulsive, but the gravitational force is only and only attractive. That's why the gravitational force is also called central force. But this is not only the attractive forces. This is also attractive as well as repulsive. Let's move to our topic. Now we are going to solve it. Formula is equal to F is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. F is equal to, now if you see that what is the value of K? What is K? K is the Coulomb's constant. K is the Coulomb's constant, which is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon naught, you know, permittivity of free space, and epsilon R relative permittivity. If you don't know, you can watch the lectures. So K is equal to 9 into 10 power 9, and Q1 is equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, and Q2 is also same as Q1. So 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, and this is divided by 1 square. If you write 1 square or not, there will be no difference. There is no difference whether you write or not. It is all the same. F is equal to 9 into 10 power 9. Now if you multiply 1.602 to 1.602, the answer will be 2.566. Should I solve it? If you say, I will solve. Okay, I am solving. 1.602, 1.602, I am multiplying. 2 multiplied by 2, 4, 2 multiplied by 0, 2 multiplied by 6, 12, 2 multiplied by 1, 2, 3. because I add 1. 0, you know that if I multiply 0 to any number, the answer will be 0. If I multiply 0 to any number, the 0 will cancel and the answer will be 0. Okay. So how many digits are available? How many digits the 0 is multiplying? 4. That's why 0, 0, 0, 0. The answer will be 0. And now I will multiply 6 to every digit. Okay. 6 is the third digit. 1, 2, 3. 6 multiplied by 2, 12, and 1 will be same. 6 multiplied by 6, 36. 6 here and 6 will be upward. 6 multiplied by 6, 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. Now I will multiply 1 to every digits which are available on the upward side. 1 multiplied by 2, and there is also another point. You know that 1, if I multiply any number to 1, the answer will be same. For example, if I multiply 2 to 1, the answer will be 2. If I multiply 10 to 1, the answer will be 10. That means if I multiply any number to 1, the answer will be same. That means if I multiply 5000 to 1, the answer will be 5000. That means it is the same answer. So this is the multiplicative identity, that 1 is the multiplicative identity. And what is the additive identity? Additive identity is 0. Because if I ask you, what is the number? If I add it to any number, the answer will be same, 0. Because if I add 5000 plus 0, the answer will be 5000. If I add 1 plus 0, the answer will be 1. So what is the additive identity? Additive identity is 0. And what is the multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity is 1. Okay. Let's come on our topic. Now 1 multiplied by every digit, this will be same. 2061, 2061, 4, 0, 4, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Okay. 6, 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. 2. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now if you see that we have to put the decimal point, where should be decimal point put? So the point will be placed according to the rule. The rule is, we will see that where the point is available. The point is available after 3 digits, on the upward side and the lower side. 1, 2, 3, the point is available placed after 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, and if we see downward, 1, 2, 3. So if we add 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. That means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That means we have to put the decimal point after 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 2.566404. For simplicity, I am writing 2.566. Okay, 2.566. Remember it. Otherwise, I will forget it. What should I write? 2.566. 2.566. That means 1.602, 1.602. I multiplied and the answer is 2.566. Now I am going to multiply 10 power minus 19 multiply by 10 power minus 19. You know that the bases are same. Bases are same. That's why I can add the powers. You know that the multiplication rule is, when the base are same, you can add the powers. Or if there is a division, if the bases are same, you can subtract the powers. So in multiplication, you can add the powers. So it will be written as minus 19. Bases are same. I merged the base into 1 and I added the powers. This will be 19 or 19. 19 plus 19 minus 38. Minus 38. Now this power and this power, you can see 9 into 9 is, f is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 multiply by 10 power minus 38. I am going to shift the 9 here because I have to multiply 9 multiplied by 2.566. Okay, did you understand? Here the 9 was available. I shift this 9 here because I have to multiply 2.566. I could multiply to 9 to 2.566 if the 9 was available here, but I shift the 9 for your simplicity. The video is getting lengthy. Sorry. F is equal to 10 power 9 minus 38, because you know that the base are same, that's why I can add the powers into 9 multiplied by 2.566. Let's multiply 9 multiplied by 2.566. 9 multiplied by 2.566 multiplied by 9. 9 multiplied by 6, 54. 4 here and 5 will be upward direction. 9 multiplied by 6, 54. 54 plus 5, 59. 59. 9 multiplied by 5, 45. 45 plus 5 is equal to 50. 9 multiplied by 2, 18. 18 plus 5 is equal to 32. 23. 23, because 9 multiplied by 2, 18. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23. Now we are going to place the decimal 1, 2, 3. The point is available after 3 digits. That's why we will place the digit 1, 2, 3 after 3 digits. So 23.6, 23. I am writing 23. Multiply by 23. I multiplied these numbers, the answer 23. Now f is equal to 10 power minus 38. 9 is subtracted from minus 38. What will be the answer? 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30 and 29. So 10 power minus 29. 29 multiply by 23. So f is equal to 23 multiplied by 10 power minus 29. I am going to shift decimal point from right side to the left side. You know that if I move decimal to the left side, the power will be positive. So f is equal to 2.3 into 10 power 1 multiplied by 10 power minus 29. F is equal to 2.3 10 power 1 minus 29. 29 minus 1. F is equal to 2.3 into 10 power 28 minus 28. This is the final answer, that the force of repulsion that they repel each other is F is equal to 2.3 into 10 power minus 28. Let's solve the second numerical. Now I am going to solve very fastly. This was just for your practice. Now the second problem is 2 point charges. Q1 is equal to 5 microcoulomb. 2 point charges. Q1 is equal to 5 microcoulomb. 5 microcoulomb and Q2 is equal to 3 microcoulomb are placed at the distance of 5 centimeter. What will be the force? What will be force? Now we have to find the force, that there is a one charge and there is another charge. We have to write data Q1, Q2 and the distance are K and force. Q1 is equal to 5 microcoulomb. 5 microcoulomb. Q2 is equal to 3 3 microcoulomb, and R is equal to 5 centimeter, and K is equal to 9. 5 centimeter, it is available here. 9 into 10 power 9 K, Coulomb's constant, and F is equal to what? Now we have to solve it. First of all, if you want to write in the scientific notation, you can also write micro, it is equals to 10 power minus 6. So 5 is equal 5 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb, 3 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb, and 5 centimeter 0.05 meter. I am converting centi into meter, and 9 into 10 power 9, it is same. Now I am going to solve it. I am solving it fastly because the video is getting very large. So F is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. F is equal to K 9 into 10 power 9 multiplied by Q1 is equal to 5 into 10 power minus 6 multiplied by 3 into 10 power minus 6. Because Q1 is equal to 5 into 10 power 6, Q2 is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 6 divided by R square. What is the R? R is equal to 0.05. So it will be squared. It will be doubled because the R is square. F is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3, 15. Listen to me carefully. 5 multiplied by 3, 15 into 10 power minus 6 minus 6. Because the powers are added, I am not telling you again and again. If you want to understand, listen to me once time, you will understand. Minus 6 divided by, if you square the 0.05, this will be 0.0025. 0.0025. Now if I add minus 6, if there are two digits and both are minus negative, then they will be added, but the answer will be positive. Minus 6, it will be 12, but the answer will be minus. Now F is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 into 15 into 10 power. Now I am subtracting the minus 12 because the bases are same into 15. If I subtract 9 from minus 12, the answer will be minus 3. If there are two numbers, one is positive and one is negative, the answer, what will we do? We will subtract, but the answer will be written which according to the symbol, according to the sign. If the sign is positive, if the sign of positive is greater, then the answer will be positive. If the sign of negative is greater, then the answer will be negative. Now if you see that the sign of negative is greater, the answer will be negative. So minus 3. 15 into 10 power only 15 divided by 0.0025. Now I am converting the decimal fraction into the fraction, proper fraction. Now what I am going to do, I am writing for 25 same. You can see for the decimal I give 1, and how many digits are available after the decimal? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will write for the digits, how many digits are available? 4 digits are available. For the 4 digits I will write the zeros for how many digits are available. So digits are available 4, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now this is converted into the proper fraction. Now I am converting this because it is dividing, so it will be converted into multiplication. 1000, it will be 10,000 because there are 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to write this into the scientific notation, 1 into 10 power 4. Now F is equal to 9 into 10 power minus 3 into 10 power plus 4. You can see that the plus 4 and minus 3, I will subtract but the answer will be written according to the sign. If the sign of positive answer is greater, then the answer will be positive. 25. So I write it 9 into 10 power 1. That means 9 into 10. Because 10 power 4, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. I have written into 15 divided by 25. So I am going to dividing these numbers by 5. 5 to the 10, 5 5 the 25, 5 1 the 5, 3 5 the 15. Now only 3 numbers are available, 3 digits, 9, 2, 3. 3 multiplied by 2, 6, 6 multiplied by 9, 54. So the final answer is 54 Newton. Now let's solve the another problem. You have also understand that what the problem is telling. Now if 2 microcoulomb charge is placed in the field of, if 2 microcoulomb charge is placed in the field of 3.42 into 10 power 11 Newton per coulomb, what will be the force? If 2 microcoulomb charge is placed in the field of 3.42 into 10 power 11 Newton per coulomb, what will be the force on it? What will be the force on it? If you have understood the concept of electric field, you can also solve it. So data, what is telling? It is electric field charge Q, which is equals to 2 microcoulomb Q1, and electric field is equal to 3.42 into 10 power 11 Newton per coulomb. And what is force? We have to find the force. So let's solve. Solution. Formula. What is the formula? E is equal to F upon Q. If you understand that what is electric field is a force per unit charge. The force per unit charge is called electric field. For example, it is the charge, the space around the charge, it is the electric field. That means if I place this charge, for example, I am placing the test charge near to the source charge, it will attract the force. But if I move away from this charge, this will not attract it. This charge will not attract the another charge, because this is not near to the force, near to the electric field. Electric field is the region around the charge where the charge can exert the force on another charge. But if I place or move away the charge from the source charge, the charge cannot attract. It cannot exert the force on another charge. Like if I place the magnet and I move away this magnet from this magnet, then this magnet cannot attract to that magnet. So this is the field around the source charge where it can exert the force on another charge. So force per unit charge is called electric field. But if you want to understand electric field, you can also see the lecture. Force. Now we have to find the force. So we are going to rearranging and cross multiplication. We are using the cross multiplication rule. E multiplied by Q and force multiplied by 1. E multiplied by Q, force multiplied by 1. Now we have to find the force. Force is equal to E multiplied by Q. Now we will use this formula. We rearrange the equation and we got this formula. So let's use it. Force is equal to, what is the electric field? Electric field is equal to 3.42 into 10 power 11 into multiply. What is the charge? Charge is equal to 2 microcoulomb. 2 microcoulomb, 2 into 10 power minus 6, because micro is equals to minus 6, 10 power minus 6. 2 into 10 power minus 6. It is very simple. F is equal to 3 multiplied by 2, 6. 0.4. 2 multiplied by 4, it will be 8. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. Multiply by 10 power 11 minus 6. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5. It will be 5. Newton. F is equal to, now I am going to shift this decimal to the right side. So about many times I shift the decimal to the right side, that power will be decreased because the power will be negative. If I move the decimal to the right side, the power will be negative and this will cancel the power. And if I move the decimal to the left side, the power will be positive. Okay. 684. How many times the decimal point moved? 2 times. So I subtract 2. This will be 3. 10 power 3 Newton. So this is the final answer. About 3 numerical is solved. Now let's solve the numerical number 4. If you have any question, you can ask in a comment. What is the charge on capacitor if 40 microfarad? What is the charge on capacitor? Charge on capacitor if 40 microfarad capacitor has 6 volt across it. Now we have to find the charge. Again charge. If the capacitance is given and the voltage is given, data capacitance is equal to 40 microfarad and volt is equal to 6 volts, and we have to find the charge. It is very simple, let's solve the formula. You know that what is capacitance? The capacitor, what is capacitor? Capacitor is the electrical instrument, electrical equipment, electrical component which is used to store the electric charges. It can store the large amount of charges in a very small area of the conductor. So the equation of the capacitor is written according to this. Q is directly proportional to the V. The more the potential difference, the more the charges, and the less the potential difference, the less the charges. For the proportionality, if the proportionality symbol is converted in the equal, there is given the constant which is called C. It is called capacitance. And V same. Now by this equation I can find the charge, the capacitor, the capacitance and the voltage. Now what the numerical is saying? Numerical is saying that find the charge. You have to find the charge. So I am going to find the charge. This formula will help us. Let's use this formula. Q is equal to CV. Q is equal to CV. What is the capacitance? Capacitance is equal to 40 microfarad. You know that 40 will be converted into micro. Micro is equal to 10 power minus 6 and volt will be same. 40 multiplied by 10 power minus 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by volt is equal to 6 and capacitance is equal to 40 into 10 power minus 6. Q is equal to 40 multiplied by 6 40 240 into 10 power minus 6. Now Q is equal to, if I shift the decimal point from right to the left, the power will be positive. 2.40 into 10 power. How many times I shift the decimal point to the left side? 1, 2. 2 times. So I will add 2 because the power is positive. Minus 6 plus 2 is equal to minus 4. So this is the answer, Newton. 2.40 into 10 power minus 4 Newton. Let's solve the numerical number 4. This numerical was very easy, just like a piece of cake. Now let's solve the numerical number 5. The potential difference between 2 points is 100 volt. The potential difference between 2 points is 100 volt. Volts. If an unknown charge is moved and the amount of work done is 500. The potential difference between 2 points is 100 volt and the work done is 500 joule. Calculate the amount of charge. Calculate the amount of charge. We have to find the charge. Let's solve. First of all, we are going to write the data. Here the data is voltage is given. Voltage is given 100 volts. 100 volts. And the work is given 500 joules. The unit of work is joule and the unit of potential difference and the electrostatic potential and the electromotive force, it is the volt. Okay, and we have to find the charge. Now how we will find? You know that the electrostatic potential, it is work done per unit charge. If we move the positive charge or any charge against the field force, then there will be the work done. So that the charge can move against the electric field. So potential difference is equal to work done per unit charge. For what? That the charge can move against the electric field. Now you know that 500 joule volt. We have to find the charge. Now we are going to the cross multiplication. Using cross multiplication, V multiply by Q, W multiply by 1. V multiply by Q, W multiply by 1. We have to find the charge. Q is equal to W upon V. Any number which is near to the what we are finding, this will be converted into equal and this will be same. Now Q is equal to work. What is the work? Work is equal to 500 and what is the volt? Volt is 100. Zeros will be cancelled. Charge is equal to 5 coulomb. This is the final answer, that the 5 coulomb charge is the charge that will be moved between the points. Now let's solve the last problem, which is numerical number 6. Find the equivalent capacitance. Find the equivalent capacitance if 4 microcoulomb, 3 microcoulomb and 2 microfarad, sorry, because the unit of capacitance is farad, and farad is equal to farad. Q is equal to CV, C is equal to Q upon V. Charge coulomb per volt. Coulomb per volt is equal to farad. So farad is equal to coulomb per volt. That's why I written 4 microcoulomb and 3 microcoulomb. It's the unit of capacitance. Farad. Data. No. Find the equivalent capacitance of 4 microfarad and 3 microfarad and 2 microfarad are connected in series. हमें क्या मालूम करना है? इक्विवेलेंट कैपेसिटेंस मालूम करना है, जबकि तीन कैपेसिटेंस है, एक 4 माइक्रोफेरेड, 2 माइक्रोफेरेड, 3 माइक्रोफेरेड. कैपेसिटेंस 1, कैपेसिटेंस 2, कैपेसिटेंस 3. हमें क्या मालूम करना है? इक्विवेलेंट कैपेसिटर. कैपेसिटेंस 1 बराबर है 4 माइक्रो कैपेसिटर फेरड, और कैपेसिटेंस 2 3 माइक्रो फेरड, और कैपेसिटेंस 3 2 माइक्रो फेरड. We have to find equivalent capacitance. So you know that 1 upon CE is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. 1 upon C3. You know that there are two types of combination of capacitors: parallel combination and the series combination. In the parallel combination, the potential difference is the same, but the charges are different. But in the series combination, the potential difference is different, but the charges are same. So we can derive the equation by this: 1 upon CE is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. If you say that, I will derive it, but the video will be lengthy, lecture will be lengthy. 1 upon CE is equal to 1 upon C1 is equal to 4 microfarad, 4 plus 1 upon C2 is equal to 3 microfarad, plus 1 upon C3 is equal to 2 microfarad. Then 1 upon CE is equal to, now I am going to taking LCM of 4, 3 and 2. The LCM will be 12. 4, 3 and 2. 2 for the 2 to the 4, 3 and 2 and the 2. 2, 3, 1. 1, 1, 1. 2 to the 4, 4, 3 the 12. So LCM is 12. 4, 3 the 12. 3, 4 the 12. 2, 6 the 12. Now 3 plus 4 plus 6. 1 upon CE is equal to 3. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. 10 plus 3 is equal to 13 upon 12. Now I am going to I am going to convert the 1 upon CE into CE. I am going to convert numerator into denominator and denominator into numerator, because I have to find the equivalent capacitance, not the 1 upon CE. So CE is equal to, I have converted the numerator into denominator and denominator and numerator. So on the right side equal, this will be also same method. The numerator will be converted in denominator and denominator will be converted into numerator. 12 divided by 13. 13 denominator is converted in denominator and 12 is converted in numerator. Now I am going to divide 12 divided by 13. 0.0. 13 9 the 117. 117 is subtracted from 120 to the answer 3. I am giving it 0 to 13 the 26, the answer is 4. So I am not simplifying further, the answer is 0.92. C is equal to 0.92 microfarad. It is the equivalent capacitance. So in today's lecture we understood and simplified, solved the numericals. If you like it and if you share it, this will be very thankful to me that you are supporting me. See you in the next lecture.